Good morning. Hi. This is the fucking yoga company. My name is Julia. No, not that kind of yoga. This is Vinyasa yoga. It's going to be a moderate to high energy flow, depending on how I'm feeling. If you need a playlist, go to my Spotify, FN Yoga, and you can pick anything that says is labeled yoga, something. Those are all mid to moderate energy playlists. I love my playlists. Today I'm listening to Bangin' Yoga, and I'm at coffee. Ooh, so much coffee. Need it. So, oh boo, that's my dog. Let me go get him in. Fuck it, right? Fuck it. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna bark or not bark. At least his bell is not on. He has to wear a bear bell to warn the cats that he's coming. All right. Oh, good coffee. Here we go. So we're gonna start in comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Could be both legs out, could be one leg in, could be both legs in. If you're sitting both legs in, I would like you to, what am I talking about? Unstack your ankles rather than sitting crisscross applesauce, which you can see automatically reinforces imbalance by keeping this knee higher. I want you to widen those up. Now, you'll see I'm a little tight today. I just took Una, my alpha, for a little walk, and I painted all day yesterday. So I'm feeling a little creaky crockly. So we're gonna do some, that was not a really good sentence. Creaky, I'm feeling creaky. All right, so we're gonna pull our attention and awareness. It does get better, I promise. From the external to the internal. Take in a quick scan of the body, check in state and quality of the physical form. Just noticing where you are already feeling some tension or tightness, where you are getting some response or noticing something that the body's telling you. Let's pull our attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking and check in. You might have a lot going on. Maybe your to-do list is already up and running. Maybe you're kind of easing into the day. Either way, we're going to slide all of those things off to the side or hold that silence so that we can spend our time only here on the mat. And then once you've reached that point where you have an open field of thought, let's move that silence into the awareness of our breath. Traditionally, we breathe into and out of the nose in yoga. Whatever, in this particular moment, I'm in an August morning, something has just bloomed and is cranking up my allergies. So you might hear a little sniffling and snorting on this end. The sexy side of yoga no one talks about. Now let's move to increase the length of that breath. Let's match the length of inhale to the length of exhale. And that's the rhythm that we're going to try and maintain throughout the course of our practice. Excuse me. Wherever you are in the length and balance of that breath, let's reach down toward the mat and exhale all the air out of the lungs. We're going to start with a sweep of the arms toward the ceiling. Nice big inhale. Just take that stretch up. Oh, yeah. And releasing on down. Did I mention I'm all super sore from moving boxes and painting? We're getting ready to list our house on the market and it's driving me crazy. All right. Come on up through that reach. We're going to take a lateral extension. So let's drop the fingers to the right a little taller through the left side of the body and take that lean. Try to keep the body rotated open. We want to work through the lats, through the obliques, up through maybe even the teres minor if you've got that room. We're going to do one more in both directions, mostly because I forgot what count we were on. I was going to do 3. Maybe this is 3. Coming on up, let's take our first forward fold. We're going to trace fingers forward, tucking the chin, rolling through the shoulders. I'm going to take a little rock side to side, get a little more balance. Wiggle the toes, relax the feet, unclench the teeth. We're going to rest the body weight on the elbows. That could be knees, calves, block if you have one. Mine's way over there, or the floor. I should probably be on the block, but I'm choosing to. I let the dogs in here. Now there's dog hair all over my mat. I'm going to inhale up, lengthening arms, walking hands back. Let's take our stretch to the ceiling and release those arms all the way open. Little shrug of the shoulders, soften the elbows, reach back behind the body, bowing the chin forward. Let's let the fingertips drop down toward the mat. Turning hands back, relax the energy out of the shoulders. We're going to take some head tilts. So we're just going to tilt in here over to one side, and then we're going to release forward through the bow and tilt it. Ooh, in the other side. A little hitch in that muscle. We don't do full head circles because when you tilt your chin up, you are shortening your cervical spine. You're compressing it. And I want you to lengthen spine, whether it's through the back, lumbar thoracic, and up through the cervical spine. So you will never see me looking up into the air unless I'm afraid that I'm going to be attacked by a bird. Releasing the chin forward. Let's slowly stack cervical spine. We're going to change the cross the legs. If you happen to be sitting cross-legged, I'm just going to switch it up. Taking a little rock side to side. I need a little sip of coffee. All right, nice big inhale up. We're going to do a little twist today. So let's release the fingertips a little lower than the shoulders. And we're going to lead with the shoulder blade through the ribs and follow with the belly button. Inhaling, unwind. Let's take a stretch up. We're going to go in the other direction. Same thing, just releasing fingertips below shoulders. We're going to lead with this shoulder blade. Take it to the ribs and down on that diagonal through the belly button. Inhaling up. We're going to do that 2 more times in both directions. So we are exhaling into the twist because, to breathe and twist would be hard. Inhaling and unwinding, getting a little taller through the spine and taking it down. One more time in both directions. Okay, we're coming on up. We're going to trace fingertips down, bowing chin, rolling through the shoulders, taking rest on those elbows. I'm going to take a little rock, side to side, wiggle the fingers, not the fingers, wiggle the toes, and let the energy relax out of the feet and clench the teeth. Lengthening arms and walking hands back. Let's take our sweep up toward the ceiling. Releasing on open, soft in the shoulders, soft in the elbows. reaching back behind the body, bowing the chin. You're going to hear soft in the elbows a lot. I'm going to cue you to keep a squish in the knees and the elbows. We don't lock joints in my brand of yoga. My brand of yoga, if you've never been with me before, is based on the Vinyasa style, which is a therapeutic brand of yoga. And we are very concerned with the health of your spine and your joints. And locking joints and leaning your weight on locked joints is bad for you in the long run. We want to train muscles to work and protect joints, keeping them wrapped up while they stretch and get stronger. Co-concentric work. It's a little more challenging. If you have a regular yoga practice and you lock your elbows or your knees, you're going to feel wonky as fuck. That's how it goes when we make change. Releasing the chin forward, let's trace fingertips around to the front of the body and slowly stack cervical spine. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna have some more coffee. Move to hands and knees. I like to pad my knees with a blanket. I feel like I'm speaking in dulcet tones. It's just because I've had, I'm recovering from the COVID. I'm one of those long haulers with all those crazy weird symptoms, and taking a walk leaves me out of breath. So that's why if you feel like I'm speaking to you in, I was gonna make a snide comment, but I won't. Resting knees around the fists. Fists are side to side. I'm gonna move the heels of my hands out from under my shoulders. So normally you're gonna see 90 degrees cued, or someone's gonna say stack your shoulders over your wrists. I want you to, you can see what's happening with my posture when I do that, right? You kind of lock your elbows, your shoulders shrug up, and then I'm automatically arched in my back. I want you to move the heels of the hands out from underneath your shoulders, half to a full palm's length. That lets you soften the shoulders. It lets you soften your shoulders, soften your elbows. It lets you relax the ears away from the neck, actually the neck away from the ears. No, what are we doing? I need to reset. I'm a really good yoga teacher, I promise. Shoulders away from ears, and lets you engage the core to keep you a little bit out of that arch the back. We never cow in this class because, you know, why compare yourself to a cat? Let's engage on it. Nice big inhale. To prepare, we're going to take Chakravarkasana bow, tuck in the chin, placing elbows to the mat, scoop the belly and tilt that tailbone down toward the heels, releasing toward the floor. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. Inhaling forward, keeping flat in that back, and exhaling chin. Elbows first, now scoop belly and tuck tailbone. Take it for the fold. Wiggling the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. And one more time. We're going to take right leg out. Just lengthen it out nice and long. Give it a little lift. Bring it on back. Left leg. Take it out. Give a little lift. Bring it on back. Take an inhale and take the bow. Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. Rest the elbows. Scoop back into this bow. Release the fingertips. Wiggle and roll. Inhaling forward. Okay, we're going to take that right leg up. We're going to take the knee in and twist it across. So I'm just taking a little low body twist. Inhaling, lengthen it up. And bring it down. We're going to take the left leg up. Bring that knee across toward the elbow. Lengthen it up. Bring it down. Releasing for the bow. Wiggle fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. Inhaling forward. Taking that right leg up. Bringing that knee right across toward the elbow. Lengthening up. We're going to take the left arm open. So we're going opposite across the body. And reach around to try and touch the other shoulder blade. Give yourself a little hug. Inhaling, unwind. Taking the head back. So we're working across the body. Left leg. Take it up. Scoop and exhale as we draw the elbow across. Little lower body twist. Inhale up. And replace. Right arm goes up. Soften this elbow. Wrap that arm around the body. Try to touch the opposite shoulder. Inhale, unwind. And bring it back. Tuck the chin. Take the elbows down and release the hips. Wiggle fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. Inhaling, let's take the right leg up. Exhale, take it across toward the elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Come on in. Left arm, take it up. Scoop around and touch the back of the shoulder. Inhaling, unwind. And plant. Left leg, lift it up. Take it across. Inhaling up. Right leg, right arm. Inhaling up. All right, we're going to tuck the toes and press up the feet. Coffee first. Stepping into the center of the balls of the feet. Push down into a heel. So I'm soft in my elbows. My shoulders are shrugged down away from my ears and pressed up out of my chest. We don't hang on the shoulder girdle in this, my brand of yoga, because your shoulder girdle is not designed to hold up your body weight. We are not dogs. I love my dogs, but we are not dogs. They have a different musculature that allows them to take that downward facing dog stretch in a different way than we do. Our arms are designed to throw shit, not hang on to the weight of our body. Did I mention we're just walking our heels back and forth for the runner stretch? All right, right leg, take it up. Bring that knee across the body toward the elbow. Little twist. Lengthen it up. Bring it back. Left leg. Stretch it up. Twist across. Lift it up. We're going to glance forward and walk ourselves to the end of the mat. Woo, soft bend of the knees. I am going to grab my block. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can rest your arms on the thighs. You can rest your hands on the shins. You can rest your hands on the ankles. Hi. First round, keep it soft, keep it high. So I'm soft in my knees. I'm a little forward so that I'm stacking hips, knees, and ankles. And you bend your knees as much as you need to here. We're going to bend the knees, lift the head and shoulders. Give me a reverse crunch up, scoop through, and press through the feet. We don't swan dive or reach up in this class. Come on in. Woo. All right. I just realized that I'm going to lose my shorts. Don't want to get kicked off of the YouTube for indecency. It's bad enough. The company's called the fucking yoga. All right, here we go. Oh, let's take a little cactus arm. Squeeze it on back. Come on up. We're going to bow into the, not bow, we're going to bend into the knees a little. We're going to drop those shoulders and we're going to add this twist that we did when we were seated. I'm keeping my knees and my hips anchored a little forward because I want to keep the stretch in my torso. Coming on up to come down. Forward folding chair. Rest your ribs on your thighs. Maybe just the belly. There's a lot between my ribs and my belly. Woo, all right. We're going to take a lift the head and shoulders, scoop on up. Big reach. Whew. Little cactus squeeze. Coming up, bend the knees. Anchor hips and knees a little forward and turn. Inhale and exhale. Come on up to come down, forward folding chair. We're going to trace right up the legs for a half lift. Half lift is half lift. It's not half fold. We're going to be in 110 to 120 degrees. I hope that's right. Roll these shoulders open. Give me that expansion of the chest. And we're going to just take the left arm and rotate up in this twist. So you're reaching up with the core. Coming on down. And switch. I'm bending that knee, the inside knee, I guess, this knee, to accommodate my twist. Oh, come on down. Slide for a forward fold. All right, right foot's gonna step back into crescent lunge. So I'm gonna step back and out so that I have lateral space between my feet. I'm soft in the back knee. I'm gonna come right on up. We're gonna keep this energy low for a minute to get into this feeling. Soft in the back knee. My heel is aiming toward the mat, but it's off. My front knee is at or behind my ankle. I'm engaged right here in the core. I'm forward, look it. I am not arching into my back, but to get that lift, you can just lift the sternum and the chest. Right, instead of this crazy ass looking up, squeezing those arms up to your ears. Okay, I'm gonna take my hands together at the center of my body. Now I am a little more vertical here, but I'm all in my core. And I'm gonna twist back. Unwind, in control, woo! Stretch up to come back. We're gonna plant hands forward. Step in front foot, back for a plank. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. I'm gonna lean back into the feet to step to center my weight on the balls of my feet. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna glance forward and walk up. Woo! Forward fold. Maybe you're on the block, maybe you've tilted a little lower, soften the knees, little forward in the feet. Bend the knees, lift the head and shoulders. Give me reverse crunch up. Cactus squeeze. Coming on up, little bend of the knee. Anchor everything forward and take it for the twist. I think I have something in my eyeball that is not supposed to be there. That's okay. Coming on up to come down, forward folding chair. Let's take it over. All right, we're gonna come up for our half lift, but notice I'm gonna deepen my bend. So maybe this is almost a little more of a half fold. I'm gonna bend my right knee, and I'm gonna tilt up to the left, scoop the belly. And unwind it. Bend the left knee and scoop up. Coming on down to forward fold. All right, I'm gonna step the left foot back. Crescent lunge, give me lateral space between the feet. Come on up. Soften that back knee. Forward, look at the line from my mid back, right? The where my sports bra runs down to my heel. Nice, long, lovely line. Now you can tilt the chest up. Look at that nice flat lumbar. Whew. Knees behind the heel or at or behind the ankle, stacked over the heel. Shoulders are open. I'm expanding my chest. All right, taking the hands to center. Let's turn to the right. Unwinding in control. Woo. Take the hands back. Am I going to do that? Yeah, let's go. And plant. That's kind of a fancy way. I'm going to take that out next time. Step it back. Woo. Plank pose. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. Hips are a little higher than you think they should be, especially if you're like me and you have some booty. Shrug those shoulders down away from the ears. We're gonna lean back and step forward to center the weight on the balls of the feet. All right, I'm gonna lean back away from the heels of my hands. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. Shoulders are pulled down away from my ears. And I'm long in my core. Flat in the back. I still have squish in my knees. I'm just nicely extended. All right, now is the time where you want to add that float. You can, it has to be silent. I'm gonna step up today. I'm just not feeling it. I already took a walk. I've got to go out and paint. I'm just gonna leave it right here on the mat. Bend the knees and scoop on up. I mean, you know what I mean. I don't want to leave it all here on the mat. Squeeze the elbows back. Coming on up to come down, forward folding chair. All right. All right, notice I took out that twist in our standing position. That's okay. I'm gonna come over here and reach up. Unwind and shift. Coming on down. Touch the mat, right foot, crescent lunge. Moving control. Oh, I added my arms to increase the energy of this pose. I'm still out of my low back. Bring the hands to center and turn. All right, we're gonna come down. Now, I'm gonna be in this pyramid position, so I'm gonna keep up out of my heel, and I'm gonna come down with a little bit more length in my leg. This is a great place for the block, so I'm gonna add it. You don't have to, excuse me. You can take your hand to the shin, woo, or to the thigh. You just decide, excuse me again. But I've got a soft bend in both my legs. I'm up on my back heel. See, I'm up here. I'm long without being locked. And I'm gonna twist open toward my front leg. Oh, shrug those shoulders down. Soften the elbow. Coming on down for a little fold. All right, I'm gonna step the front foot back for a plank, but now I'm gonna go down to the elbows. All right, now you can come to the knees. You just have to lengthen your body away. In fact, I'm gonna stay here because I can tell I'm just not gonna have the full plank in me today. And the reason you can know that is because we're gonna twist to the left. And I'm just gonna take that elbow off. And come down. Whew. All right, I'm gonna move my hands up to tuck my feet back and step into downward facing dog. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. Oh yeah, big stretch. In the low back. Remember, stay pushed up out of the chest. Soften the elbows, soften the knees. Shoulders are shrugged down. Glancing up. Whew. I'm gonna take it over. Forward fold. Hey, if you have some water, now's the time to grab it. I have forgotten my water because I was so focused on my coffee. Come on up. Let's carry on. Big inhale up. Cactus squeeze. All right, we're removing the standing twist. We're coming down for forward folding chair. Tracing right up the legs. I'm going to stop right here below the shin, and I'm going to twist up to the right. I should have twisted up to the left, but it's okay because we're going to do both sides. And sweep. Coming on down, forward fold. What are we at? Left foot. Step the left foot back. Crescent lunge. Ooh. How are we doing? I'm getting warm. And taking hands to the center of the body to turn to the front leg. I'm turning to the right. I'm going to come on through. I'm going to lengthen up through that leg. I'm long on this foot. I'm going to come down. So I'm going to grab my block because I have it. Remember, you can take the thigh or the shin. I have a soft bend in this knee. Can you see it? And then I'm going to twist open. My shoulders are shrugged out. I've got a soft bend in the elbow. I'm lifting my body. I'm going to unwind. Woo. Plant the hands to step back. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. Little high of the hips. Okay, I'm coming down to the elbows. Oh, I'm going to give it a shot today. I'll give it a shot in full plank. You don't have to join me. You can go down to the knees. We're going to twist the right arm up. Coming on down. Ooh, I am going to take to the knees. Let's reach back for a child's pose. Take a little fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Woo. We feeling the challenge? I am. Okay. Press up. Step forward to the center of the balls of the feet. Shrug those shoulders down. Soften the elbows, soften the knees. Lean away from the heels of the hands. Engage the core. This is not a resting pose. I want you to squeeze on up with that core. And stay up out of the chest. All right, let's walk it up or hop it. You can float, but remember it has to stay silent. Forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the head and shoulders. Reverse crunch it up. Squeeze back with the cactus arms. Coming on up. Forward folding chair, let's take it over. Oh, trace it up. Sorry, I had to check. Make sure nobody was texting me or emailing me, giving me some questions. Oh, let's take it down a little bit lower. Yeah, big twist. All right, other side. Coming on down to release for forward fold. Ooh, where are we at? Right foot, stepping back, crescent lunge. Oh, yeah. Come on. Bring the hands down. Twist toward that leg. Try to relax the shoulders. I just noticed my shoulders were creeping up by my ears. Whew. Lengthen that leg. Coming straight over. All right, you might have room here to come down to the leg, the arm, not the arm, the fist. But I am really wide with that fist. Soften this back knee, soften the front knee. I'm gonna twist up. All right, coming on down. We're gonna drop the back knee. So let's worm the front foot forward. Lower the back knee. Tuck that foot down. Let's take our Ekapada Ustrasana stretch. All right, I'm gonna balance that out with a hamstring stretch. So little Hanuman, lengthen the legs. Keep that soft bend in the knee and take your little bow. All right, we're gonna slide that foot back. And because I'm already on my knee, I'm gonna stick with my knees. I'm gonna come down to this low plank, a little longer with the front body. And we're gonna twist up to the left. I want you to be lifted up out of the shoulder. So I'm driving the forearm down into the mat. And come into center. And I'm going to come back to my child's pose. Whew. Release. Coming forward, tucking the toes and pressing up. Step into the center of the balls of the feet. Soften the elbows, shrug the shoulders down, soften the knees. Engage the core and lean away from the heels of the hands without locking the elbows. All right, I'm going to lock up. Forward fold. How are we doing? Ooh, bend the knees, lift the head and shoulders. One more side, we can do it. By we, I mean, I'm going to do it. I have absolute confidence that you can do it. I'm feeling a little tired. Tracing on up to the shins. I'm going to turn to the left. I'm going to release and turn to the right. And come down. Forward fold. What are we? Left foot back? Left foot back. Crescent lunge. Sorry about the noise, guys. I'm just got my window open, no air on. It's early. I'm trying to catch the breeze. All right, twist to the right. Unwind, lengthen it up through the front leg. I'm still soft in this knee, soft in this knee. I'm gonna come down. Whoop, just lost my earbud. I probably need a little smaller of a thing. And I'm twisting up. Soften this elbow, shrugged out of the shoulders. Coming on down, let's rest the back knee, flatten that foot. Worm the front foot forward. Press into my Ekapada Ustrasana. Oh, you'd think that I planned this pose just so I could get my coffee. Who knows? Lengthen that leg, soft bend, you see it? And then forward fold. All right, we're gonna step the front foot back. Because I'm already on my knee, I'm gonna stay low. I'm opening up my body so I'm long to the end of the mat. And I'm gonna twist to the right. All right, get up out of the shoulder. Coming on down. Woo. Let's release into our child pose. All right, I'm gonna come to hands and knees. Again, moving the heels and the hands out a little bit. Take a little sway. Let's take a little angry cat. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Arch the back into the ceiling. Inhaling. Whew. Let's take a little oxen lean. I call this what the fuck, right? Because you're looking back. What the hell? Sweeping in the other direction. Another angry cat tuck. And release. We're going to walk ourselves to the end of the mat. Coming to the back. I got to put this down behind me because I don't have a t-shirt and I'm sweating and my body will suck off this mat like one of those octopus. Okay, if you're a parent of a certain age, those wall crawlers, you know, those sticky things, I don't do those. It's the texture. It makes me a little, but you throw them against the wall and then they roll down. That's what I'm talking about. It's all going on up here. Let's take a tilt back. Make sure you've got room behind you on the mat. Oh, yeah. Best yoga pose ever. I forgot I have my hair in a ponytail. That does not serve me when I'm laying on my back. Bring those knees up, give them a squeeze. Little rock side to side. The really great thing, I'm gonna lift and adjust this blanket a little bit. Actually, I'll just move myself. The great thing about doing a twisting practice is all the twisting you get to do on the mat when you're laying down. It's awesome. All right, let's take a little windshield wiper sweep to start up. So I'm gonna put my big toes to the edge of the mat. I'm gonna sweep over and let those knees hang. And I'm gonna shift. And switch. And again. Let's do that one more time just because it feels good. Ooh. All right, we're gonna bring the knees up. Give them a squeeze in one knee in each hand. I'm gonna take the hands to the inside and stretch adductors. Just let them hang. A little roll of the ankles, wiggle the toes. We did a lot of stabilization today. When we do core work, especially in a twist, our adductors have to work double duty to stabilize our position. They're part of our core. So if you're feeling super tight in the inside of the thighs, that's why. Bring those knees in. All right, I'm gonna float my knees over my hips. We're gonna take a little half twist. So we're gonna work in repetition and then we're gonna take our stay. So let's just relax into the mat. Nice big inhale at center. Exhale, just take it about halfway over. I'm just gonna parallel to the mat and hover. Oh. And we're just gonna keep doing that. Inhaling to center, exhaling. Oh, my tissue's sticking out of my pocket. You know you're a mother when you have tissues tucked into every extra storage container. All right, we're gonna take our first stay. Inhale to center, let's go over to that first side. Let those knees go, keep them squeezed together. If you want, you can take that left hand and drape them over the top of that leg. Reach back a little longer. Take the shoulder blade and try to anchor it toward the floor. All right, we're gonna take an inhale. I want you to extend the top leg so you can't see it because I'm cut off in this frame. Just reach that out long. Now I can take my big toe in my hand, but if you can't, just lengthen it out to parallel the other leg. And just increase that stretch out and down into the transverse abdominis where my obliques insert and into the glute med right here. Bring that foot in, inhale to center. Let's take it over to the other side. Big release. Oh. Drop that shoulder blade a little closer to the floor. All right, I'm gonna lengthen that leg out. You can just rest it on the other leg and extend if you've got that room. I didn't grab our strap. Normally we would do this with a strap, but it's all good. I asked you to use a block. All right, bring that leg in, bring those knees up, give them a squeeze. We're gonna take the feet to the mat. I'm actually gonna shimmy back up on this blanket because I kind of slid down. I don't know how that works. Ooh. We're gonna take a little figure four release, and then we're gonna finish off with some Apanasana, and we're gonna work into our final relaxation. So right ankle goes over the top of the left knee. I'm just gonna slide my fingers behind the knee. I'm keeping my right arm open, so no threading the needle here. If you thread the needle, we compress the spine, we kind of collect up, and we reduce the efficacy, of this position, this length of the spine. So draw that leg in. And we're gonna release. So I'm gonna switch across the legs, taking that ankle over the top of that leg, open up that knee. Left arm opens up, it's free. I'm gonna slide the right hand behind the leg, tuck my fingers behind that knee, draw up and in. All right, let's release that. I'm gonna take both my fingers, both of my hands, jazz hands, over the tops of the knees. Just let the weight of the legs hang in the arms. We're gonna take an inhale to prepare here. Then let's exhale, draw it up and in. Give me a little tilt of the tailbone up. Inhaling, lengthen out, get heavy in the tailbone. Exhale, drop. Inhale, unwind. Oh yeah. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do this 2 more times. Little reverse crunch. And open. 1 more time. All right. Give those knees a squeeze. Take a scan of the body. Where are you feeling a little extra need to get a little relief? Give yourself that, or maybe you have a favorite stretch that we didn't do. Give yourself that release. And we are going to start working ourselves toward Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. So traditionally, Shavasana is legs extended, arms at the sides, palms up. If you're feeling okay and that's working for you, feel free to take Shavasana there. If you're still feeling a lot of energy in the hip and low back, I recommend putting your feet on the mat, letting your knees tent in. You can rest your hands at your sides or lay them on your belly, wherever you're comfortable, or even give me a little cactus arm if you want to open up that chest and back. You can lay on your side as long as you're comfortable doing that. And I think I'm going to take seated meditation only because I'm having serious allergy issues today. Remind myself to take my allergy pill. And I don't want you to listen to me snort and snuffle my way through. Oh. Ugh. Shavasana. All right. Start working your way down. Make yourself comfortable body temperature wise. Add an extra layer. Maybe close a shade, cover the eyes, get yourself comfortable likewise. And let's start settling into that position that's going to serve you for our final relaxation. Taking a moment to pull your attention and awareness from the external back to the internal. We want to move our awareness into the state and quality of our forehead. There's a lot of tiny little muscles there. A lot of little nerve endings. Let's smooth that out and let those temples sink a little heavier toward the floor. Soften the cheeks, unclench the teeth. Let's let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Excuse me. Let's move that softness down through both sides of the neck and across the tops of the shoulders. Feel those shoulder blades get a little heavier toward the floor. Let all that energy drain out of the upper body. Relaxing through biceps and triceps, soft through the elbow and forearm. Little wiggle of the fingers, roll the wrists, and then let the upper body completely rest toward the mat. Excuse me. Following that line of the spine from the base of the neck down between the ribs. Feel long and spacious, little rock side to side through the torso and the hips, and then let the glutes relax. Feel the sacrum and the tailbone sink a little heavier toward the mat. Going to relax the quads, the space around the hamstrings. Feel soft behind the knees. Get a little wiggle between the calves, a little rock and roll with the ankles. Let the legs rest so that the entire weight of the body is relaxed. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking, let's slide those things that are starting to scratch at our attention off to the side. We want to hold that silent space for a little bit longer. And we're going to anchor that into the awareness of the breath. And we're just going to pay attention to the inhale and exhale. Wherever you're at in the length and balance of that breath, let's take some big inhales and exhales. So let's just release that internal attention and fill the lungs. If your feet are on the mat, let's lengthen them out. Give a little wiggle of the fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. I'm gonna lengthen my arms out to the side. Take that big open chested stretch. Sweeping those arms up and then reach. Nice, long, energetic, getting out of bed kind of stretch. Letting those hands drift down towards the hips. We're gonna take a knee up, give it a squeeze. Bring the other knee up and give it a squeeze. And now take some rocking side to side. Roll from one hip, cross the lumbar to the other. Bringing some movement back into the body, working through that lumbar structure. Maybe a little massage into the glutes and hips. When you're ready, rock completely over to one side. Rest your head on your arms and take a breath or two right there. And then let's slowly walk our hands underneath the torso and come on up to seated position, whatever that looks like for you on this end of the practice. Take a little rock side to side. Let's roll those shoulders back. I'm going to loop my fingertips over the top of my knees. I'm leaning in one direction, big long stretch through the arm. Just let the weight from the back of the neck, I'm feeling the stretch from behind the ear, down the neck, and all the way into my elbow. Release the chin forward, slowly sway in the other direction. Nice big stretch. And bow the chin forward. Let's center up the weight. Shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. Taking a moment to scan the body, checking in, state and quality of the physical form on this end of the practice. Moving that attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking. What do you need to get done today? Those are the only things that we're going to invite back into our cue. And finally, let's check in with that breath. Soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. It really is what carries us through our day. We don't really pay attention to it unless it is hindered. And then, boy, do we miss it. So let's just give it a little honor. And I'm going to release practice, blinking my eyes open. I'm going to take this stretch up to the ceiling. You don't have to join me if it's not going to fuel your jam. Releasing all of that and taking a moment to honor your body for doing what you asked it to do today and all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. Guys, thank you so much for joining me online for yoga and supporting the fucking yoga company. Keeping you safe, keeping me safe, and keeping our groove on. Wear your masks, keep your hands washed, stay socially distant. It's real. I had it. I'm still recovering from it. I'm 120 days out, not quite 100%. So guys, be well. Hit me up if you have any questions. It's yoga@jclynn.com. That's my direct email. You can hit the website, www.theeffing yogablog.com. The calendar's up. There's a couple of bio links if you want to just drop into a class. And we are in the process of getting our house ready to sell at this particular moment in time. So be patient with me. Our intention was to move everything over to Patreon and get some easier billing and easier stuff set up. But right now, my brain is just getting ready to explode because we have boxes and paint and all those little honeydews that you say, we'll do that when we move out. Do them now. I mean, do them in the moment, because now my honeydew list is, 100 things long and I'm just feeling overwhelmed. Thank you so much for supporting the online gig. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, and I hope your day treats you as well, if not better, than yoga did this morning. Thank you so much.